It's 2003, and I felt like it was time for another one of my videos about college list size. I've done these periodically through the years, and as humanity changes, I feel like I need to update them every so often as the humanity changes and as the society we live in changes. Basically, what I want to do today is just basically underscore the fact that when students have a college list of, frankly, 9 colleges or more, and they're applying to 9, 12, 15, God forbid, 20 schools, this is an indication of a fact that the family and or the student or both, frankly, are indecisive and unwilling or unable to engage in the due diligence necessary in order to narrow down the list and ask themselves, in the case of the student or him or herself, the hard question or questions that need to be asked about what he or she really wants, or the family is unable to really get around the table and discuss what is the budget, what are they really willing to go for in terms of distance or parameters, etc. When the list gets that big, it's a symptom of a problem. The problem is the family is unable or unwilling to do the due diligence and reflection necessary to bring that list in line. And they're also maybe potentially very indecisive individuals just about topics intersecting with this process. And so it's a real tragedy, I think, because what this creates is a situation where the student is filling out too many applications. He or she is spreading themselves too thin. And as a result, the whole thing becomes like this car accident in slow motion. And many times students in a situation where they're applying to 12, 15, 20 schools, they're going to get into fewer schools as a percentage of all that they apply to than the students who apply to 3 schools, or 5 schools. I personally think the more I've done this, even though I have in the past recommended 9 as a healthy sort of number of 3 possibles, 3 reaches, three safeties. If you're smart about this, if you're doing your due diligence, if you're taking the time to ask yourself the hard questions, talk with your family, research colleges, both online and in person, there are more online research tools than ever before. If you're really being honest with yourself and your family about your budget and how comfortable you would feel being 5 states away versus being 5 minutes away and all those other things, and what is your major? What do you really want to do with it? Is that an ROI-focused major, or is it just a dream major? Is it something that's really going to be worth the investment? All of these questions, if you're really willing to engage in those hard conversations as a 9th grader, as a 10th grader, as an 11th grader, increasingly I find that you don't need more than 5 colleges on your college list at most. There's no real reason why someone who has unlimited financial means should be applying to more than 5 colleges, because he or she should maybe have 3 reaches, 1 possible, and 1 safety. There's no reason why someone with very limited financial means shouldn't have 5 colleges, because maybe there should be 3 safeties, 1 possible and 1 reach. And that's going to be a good balance for that person, because they're going to be more likely to get need and or merit-based aid, really merit-based aid, more likely at those 3 safeties than if they apply to 3 reaches, 1 possible and 1 safety. It's going to be much less likely to get merit and need-based aid. So, but all of that takes time, research, and working with ideally me or someone that you trust a great deal who knows about what colleges give merit aid and what if you would be a candidate for merit aid and the hurdle that you have to climb in order to get merit aid. Many schools that I recommend, there's no extra application to get merit aid. Other colleges do require extra applications or essays, in order to apply for specific programs where more merit aid would be available. So again, but even in the case of a family where there's unlimited financial means, why more than 5? If you're really doing your due diligence, you should know your first choice school going into the beginning of your 12th grade year. If that school offers early action or early decision, use it. Then you've used your ED, let's say ED1. Maybe you also apply to a school ED2 if you have a second choice. If they don't offer ED2, then apply to that school EA, unless your first school was a REA or a single choice EA school, and in which case maybe you have a second choice that's a public school, so you can still get away with an EA concurrently with your single choice or REA school. So there's all these different combinations and permutations of reasons why by New Year's Day on your senior year, your 12th grade year, you should have already gotten into maybe 2 safeties if you're applying to 3, let's say as a financially strapped student, because hopefully they're rolling or EA schools. And or also maybe you've already gotten to your dream first choice school as an ED or EA school as well. So it doesn't take it's not as complicated as all the people in the media would have you believe, that you need to apply to more schools than ever because everyone else is doing it and there's more competition than ever, and it's an arms race till the end. I mean, again, the more I do this, and again, the more knowledgeable I become about colleges and the more knowledgeable I become about how I can advise students about how to just zero in on what matters as opposed to focusing on all the fluff that doesn't matter. You can have a 5 college list and not feel as though you're being too type B about this. You can still be a very aggressive, assertive, on the ball individual and not have 15 colleges on your college list or even 9 colleges on your college list. So I think the trend that I'd love to start in 2023 is you're smart, you're on top of things, you ask the right questions, you're assertive, you're proactive, and you have a college list of only 5 colleges. I mean, that's the way to be in 2023 so that you feel like you can actually have a life. You can actually focus on perfecting those 5 applications in a timely manner. Maybe you're even done most, if not all of them, before the first day of 12th grade year. And if not the first day of 12th grade year, by early October of 12th grade year, they're all done. Whether or not they're submitted is up to you, depending on your deadlines, but they're all done. Everything's done. Everything's wrapped away nicely in a nice bow, all 5, and you're done. And again, like I said, in terms of the actual balance between the list, if you're in a cash-strapped situation and you really feel like you're going to want to compare different need and or merit-based offers, 3 safeties, 1 possible, 1 dream reach. You could do all 5 safeties if you don't care about a reach. You can do all 5 safeties and get even potentially more money to consider. Or if you're in a situation where you've got limited financial resources and money is not an object, then I would recommend 3 reaches, 1 possible, 1 safety. All of which, of course, that you love because you've taken the time necessary to do the due diligence, to do the research, to do the introspection necessary to know that this is a good fit. And hopefully you visited all 5 schools. If you can't get there in person, do it online. Many of these schools have virtual information sessions now. So please, 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 you owe it to yourself not to bite off more than you can chew your senior year just for your own mental health, but also for the quality, the overall quality of your final applications. Therefore, again, in 2023, 2 plus 3 is 5. Try to have no more than 5 applications to send out in the fall of your senior year so you're done and you can enjoy your senior year, your 12th grade year in high school with your friends, back at home with your family, before you transition to wherever you may go to college as an undergraduate. My name is Craig Meister. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you also want to work with me one-on-one throughout the college application process, you can go to collegemeister.com, subscribe to my channel as well, and I wish you the very best of luck as you cobble together your college list. Stay safe, stay well, and until next time, I'm Craig Meister. I'm Craig Meister. Isn't that fun to say over and over again? I'm Craig Meister, collegemeister.com.